So Callum, pole position here at Donington, final round of the GB3 Championship, and with neither Joseph Loke or Alex Dunn on the front row, it's the perfect start to the weekend.
Yeah, for sure. I think it was really important we did that after the qualifying we had at Zandvoort, which put us on the back foot. So to bounce back with a double pole and especially in wet conditions, very tricky conditions. It was kind of not really wet; it was just greasy, and the tyres were struggling towards the end. I think as nobody really improved towards the end. So extremely happy with that. I think the improvements we made since Thursday, we didn't get yesterday, but since Thursday has been phenomenal. So very happy.
And what was the session like out there with the light rain and some guys were gambling on slicks? Did you ever think about slicks, and what was the track like?
Yeah, we were thinking perhaps towards the end, slicks would have been the way to go. But to be honest, it would have been so risky. I think, even towards the end, it would have been really difficult to even just get any temp in, because obviously it would have only been kind of one dry line, which would have been dry. So. You can't get much temp into the tyres, and especially down these long straights, all the temp you would have got in would have gone by by the time you hit the brakes. So it would have been really difficult. I think wets was pretty much the way to go for the whole thing. So perhaps we probably could have done 2 sets or something. I don't know, but look, it doesn't really matter. We're on double pole, so not to worry.
And where did you make up the lap time up there? And as it was wet, did you feel you had to take a bit extra time to get the temperature into the tyres?
I think the tyres were actually pretty much there pretty quickly. I think the lap times didn't really get much better, to be honest. I think considering it was wet, you didn't get that much better. The track didn't change an awful lot, and the tyres just kind of stayed the same throughout the whole session, and if anything, kind of went downhill towards the end. So I think it was tricky, but where I gained the lap time, I'm not 100% sure. I think perhaps through the last sector, I think that felt pretty good, especially on the brakes into the hairpins, and through the chicane I felt like I got clean exits, but you never know. I don't know, we'll see on the video when it gets released, but yeah.
And how are you feeling about the championship the weekend as a whole? Because you're leading the championship, and are you just approaching it as any other weekend?
Yeah, look, I've made sure that there's nothing much to change. We're doing a good job. We're in this position because we've been doing a good job all season. So to me, there's nothing to change. There's no point overcomplicating it. And I think so far it's worked out pretty well. So let's see what happens in the races. Obviously, it's good to have my main rivals slightly further behind. So as long as we do our job and keep it clean, I think we should be good.
And how much does sim racing help you prepare for the weekend and give you an edge over your rivals? Do you feel that really helps you get your eye in before the weekend?
Yeah, definitely. I'm very fortunate enough to have a sim at home, so obviously right next to my bed, so it's very easy to get to it. But it helps a tremendous amount. Just making sure that you arrive on Thursday and you've already done your prep. You're not kind of relearning the circuit, relearning your braking points, whatever. So obviously, it's never going to be exactly the same to real life, and you don't get wet conditions or whatever, which would be useful this weekend. But just getting your eye in is extremely important. In fairness, I haven't actually been on my sim in quite a fair time. I haven't been at home for 2 or 3 weeks, but yeah, it is very helpful.
And what are you expecting from the race later on?
I'm not 100% sure. Let's see what the conditions are like. I think it seems to be doesn't seem to be drying up very quickly. So might be another wet race or a greasy race. So time management will come into play, making sure you're not overheating the wets and stuff like that. So let's see how we get on. I think we've got a good shot. So yeah.
Thanks so much. Well done. Another great